Last year, Albie and I took our first trip to Thailand together to experience what it'd be like to train Muay Thai in the place that it all started. We spent a month training at different gyms, learning some new tricks, sweating more than we ever thought possible, and picking ourselves back up from the occasional sweep or two. Along the way, we made sure to squeeze in some good food, the occasional boat ride, and Japanese dance number. And Albie's favorite hobby, shopping for new gear. So, welcome back to Combat Culture Bangkok Edition. Oh, and by the way, my name's Anna. I'm usually the one behind the camera, but today I'll be the one bringing you along for the journey. Hope you don't mind.
Wake up, get out the sheets. We came from our man, forget that piece. You take the west side, take on the east.
When we first started planning our trip, our first step was to figure out exactly where we wanted to go. With so many options across every city and region in the country, it can be a little overwhelming at first. But with some help and advice from our friends in the community, we eventually settled on Bangkok for the perfect blend of training and vacationing. We would be there for exactly 1 month. Our first step was finding a place to stay. After a lot of research, we settled on the Talaplu neighborhood on the west side of the river. This was a safe but less expensive area that would give us decent access to both gyms that we were planning to train at. We chose a small one-bedroom condo which had important amenities like a fitness center, a washer, very important for when your clothes are soaked after training, and easy food and drink options like towel bins and a Max 24 since our area wasn't the most walkable. Good morning. Albie and I are getting ready to go to our first Muay Thai class today. Not first Muay Thai class ever, but first Muay Thai class in Thailand at a Thai gym. I'm a little bit nervous. So do some training, eat some good food, and that is gonna be our Wednesday. Here, we're just in someone's house. Nope, that's not it. Well, it's a bit lost. We just went into someone's backyard. We just got help from a random Thai lady on the streets who took pity on us. See some bags. After taking a few days to rest and adjust to the jet lag, it was finally time to do what we came for. This is Ajarn, the man who would serve as our primary coach during our 4 weeks in Bangkok and one of the most passionate and enthusiastic trainers I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Every session started with hand wrapping, jump roping, and the occasional Thai oil massage to warm up. Not that we needed much help in Bangkok's humidity and heat. The first half hour was dedicated to pad work and the remaining half was for drilling and light sparring. I noticed Thais are much less cautious in training here than back home. They'll sweep you, you sweep them, and in Ajarn's case, he lets you kick him as hard as you can to the body without ever batting an eye. One thing to know about Thai culture is that it's much more relaxed and ambiguous than the West. Back in America, you can find extensive profiles and training schedules for most popular fight coaches online, but communication and planning in Thailand is a bit more elusive. How do you feel?
I just watched. I'm just sweating from watching.
Long story short, we were only able to get in touch because our Thai trainer from back home connected us with his friend who was able to make the intro for us. The end of our session usually involved wringing out the sweat from our clothing and occasionally an ice bath before heading out to do the second reason we came to Bangkok: eat. The biggest advantage of training in one of the greatest culinary cities in the world is all the food you get to try after a long morning of Muay Thai. When you picture Thailand, you might think of street vendors and outdoor markets, but one of the benefits of being in a big city like Bangkok is that much of the food culture is actually moved inside malls and shopping complexes. Instead of mango sticky rice, I got mango sticky rice as a drink, aka where the air conditioning is. Every mall now has a food court, and before you roll your eyes, I should clarify, this doesn't mean Bangkok is taken over by Panda Express and McDonald's. This place is huge. Although they do have an inexplicable affection for Sizzlers, I mean the market has literally moved inside. You can get fresh tossed papaya salad, made to order noodle soups, even skewered meats and bundles of sticky rice. The only difference is air conditioning and safety standards. Even the sit-down restaurants here are very high quality, and you can find incredible Thai food, but also Japanese, Korean, and Chinese everywhere you look. And don't worry, we also checked out a few outdoor night markets as well, of course, but most were pretty crowded and surprisingly overrun with tourists. We got ourselves some lunch from Grab. We're going to be heading to the gym in a couple hours, so we didn't really want to spend time going out to eat. Everything we order is kind of like a mystery box because the whole Grab app is in Thai, so we can only go off of pictures and squiggly lines and hope that we order the right thing. So I think we got pad Thai. We added some extras to it. I don't know what the extras are. Pork rice, an omelet. Oh, I think this is maybe one of the extras we got. And we got all of this for about 300 baht, including delivery, which is close to $9 US. One of the great things about the mall was, surprise, surprise, shopping. After eating, we would spend our time walking around different stores and occasionally bumping into different activities like arcades and various events we couldn't explain. If you visit a different part of Thailand like Phuket or Chiang Mai, you might find your experience to be more outdoors oriented, but both Bangkok's central inland location and concrete structure lend it to being one of the hottest areas in the country. Therefore, much of life here happens indoors where the air conditioning is aplenty. And if cute stationery isn't your thing, there are plenty of gear shops to keep you occupied.
Go shopping for Muay Thai gear.
They're mostly spread out throughout the city, but if you can track them down, you'll be able to find popular brands like Fairtex and other big names for a fraction of the price that you probably would at home.
Bought some new shorts. We're going glove shopping again. Wow.
If you're training at a typical Thai intensity every day, you might find yourself getting more sore than usual. But it's no problem because massages here are cheap and plentiful. We found a prime spot near our apartment that costs $30 USD for a 2-hour massage. So you can bet we squeeze in as many of these as possible on our trip. While Albie and I mostly follow the same train, eat, shop, repeat cycle every day, we did squeeze in a few tourist activities in our free time. One of which was a boat ride along the river to see the city by water. In addition to training with Ajarn 3 times a week, we spent our other days at PK Sanchai, one of the more well-known gyms in Bangkok. It's located in the middle of a residential neighborhood and can be a bit difficult to access without your own form of transportation. We once waited an hour for a Grab to find us in the rain, but it allowed us to experience an alternative training style during our visit.
I'm a little bit scared.
The gym has more of a relaxed structure, and each drop-in session begins with an available trainer calling you up to one of the rings for pad work. Afterwards, you might be called into a few rounds of boxing mitts, and then clinch or spar if you still have the energy, which we did not.
My clothes are absolutely soaked.
Although most of our training was covered between Ajarn and PK Sanchai, we did want to experience a few sessions with another famous retired fighter. If he doesn't look familiar, you might better recognize him as this guy.
One, two, hook. Yeah, like that. One, two, hook, two. Up, nah, yeah.
We met every Saturday for about 2 hours of training, then we'd head to the convenience store next door and pick up a few refreshments before continuing on with the day. You may or may not have noticed that Albie has a tattoo or two, and one of the souvenirs he was most excited to bring home was a Sak Yant to add to his collection. Our friend put us in touch with someone who lived in the outskirts of Bangkok, so we took a day to drive out and meet him.
Are you ready?
Albie took the hour of stick and poke like a champ and ended up with a cool new souvenir to bring home.
Ah, Monkey King. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at it.
I think size wise that.
And just like that, after 1 month of training, eating, and sweating way more than I expected, it was time for us to pack up our stuff and head back to the States. I hope you enjoyed coming on this journey with us, and if you want to learn more about training Muay Thai in Thailand, make sure to check out this video next.